Hi, I hope everyone is doing well. In today's video, we will be covering highest common factor and lowest common multiple. So before we can work out what the highest common factor is, we need to know what factors are. So a factor is a whole number that divides exactly into another number without leaving a remainder. For example, if we have the number 12, one of the factors of 12 is 6. It fulfills the two conditions. Yes, it's a whole number and it divides exactly into 12. All of the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. All of these numbers are whole numbers and they divide exactly into 12 without leaving any remainder. So highest common factor. The highest common factor, or HCF as it is sometimes referred to, of two numbers is the biggest number that is a factor of both numbers. Find the highest common factor of 12 and 20. The easiest way to do this is write the first factor which we're looking at. So we're looking at the numbers of 12. Number 1 will go into every single number. So it's 1 times 12. Now factors come in pairs. So 1 times 12, then go to the next number. I think does 2 go into 12? And in this situation it does. So 2 times 6. The next number, does 3 go into 12? Yes it does. So 3 times 4. Does 4 go into 12? Yes it does. But because we have already written the number 4, these are all of the factors of 12. We'll do the same. The factors of 20. 1 times 20. Then go to the next number. Does 2 go into 20? Yes, it does. 2 times 10. Does 3 go into 20? No, it doesn't. Does 4 go into 20? Yes, it does. 4 times 5. Does 5 go into 20? Yes, it does. But because we've already written 5, we know that these are all of the factors of 20. Now, to find the highest common factor of both of these numbers, you find which is the highest or the biggest number that is a factor of both numbers. Once you put the two numbers next to each other, you can see that the biggest number that is in the first list and the second list is 4. So the highest common factor of 12 and 20 is equal to 4. The next thing which we'll be going through are multiples. So before we can work out the lowest common multiple, we need to first know what multiples are. A multiple of a number is found by multiplying one number by any other whole number. So if we want to find out some of the multiples of 12, we know that 36 is a multiple of 12. It is 12 multiplied by another whole number. So in this example, 36 is a multiple of 12. 12, 24, 36, 48, so on and so forth are a few examples of multiples of 12. You could think of it as a multiplication table. Yeah, these numbers are in the multiplication table of 12, so they are multiples of 12. To work out the lowest common multiple, the lowest common multiple, or LCM as it is referred to, of two numbers is the smallest number that is a multiple of both numbers. So for example, find the lowest common multiple of 12 and 20. What you would do is you write the multiples of 12. So 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, so on and so forth. And you write a few multiples of 20. Multiples of 20 are 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, so on and so forth. And then you will see which is the smallest number that is a multiple of both numbers. So you see which is the smallest number that appears in both of the lists. So in this example, it is the number 60. So we would say that the lowest common multiple of 12 and 20 is equal to 60. Here are a few questions for you to attempt by yourself. Please pause the video and have a go, and on the next slide we'll go through the answers. Hopefully you had a chance to attempt the questions. So the first question says, find the HCF, so the highest common factor of 42 and 60. So as we've done previously, we'll write the first number, which is 42, and we'll go down systematically. Does 1 go into it? Yes, it does. 1 times 42. Does 2 go into it? Yes, it does. 2 times 21. Does 3 go into it? Yes, it does. 3 times 14. Does 4 go into 42? No, it does not. Does 5 go into it? No, it does not. Does 6 go into it? Yes, it does. 6 times 7. And does 7 go into it? Yes, it does. Because these numbers, or because the second number is a paired again, you know that all of the factors of 42 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, 21, and 42. You'll do the same for the number 60. 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, 6 times 10. Does the number 7 go into it? No, it doesn't. Does the number 8 go into it? No, it does not. Does the number 9 go into 60? No, it does not. Does the number 10? Yes, it does, because we've already written this down. You know, all of these are the factors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, and 60. So the biggest number that is common in both of these lists is 6. So the highest common factor is equal to 6. The second example, find the lowest common multiple of 9 and 15. So some of the multiples of 9 are 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. And some of the multiples of 15 are 15, 30, 45, so on and so forth. As you can see, the lowest common, or the smallest number that is common in both of these multiplication tables is 45. So the lowest common multiple is 45. Here is another question for you to attempt. You can pause the video, and then on the next slide we will go through the answer. So let's go through this question. Two trains, train A and train B, both use the same station. Train A runs every 12 minutes, train B runs every 16 minutes. They both arrive at the station at 10:30 a.m. What time will both trains arrive at the same station again? Anytime you have a question like this, what I would first suggest is highlight any key information. After you do that, you can most likely, or you should be able to figure out what this question is asking you to do. So this is a lowest common multiple type of question. Yeah, so train A runs every 12 minutes. So 12 minutes, 24 minutes, 36 minutes, 48 minutes, 60 minutes, so on and so forth. Train B runs every 16 minutes. So 16, 32, 48, 64. What you should understand is that both of the trains will meet again after 48 minutes. So lowest common multiple in this question is 48 minutes. So they both arrive at the train station at 10:30 a.m. What time will both trains arrive at the station again? So they arrive at 10:30 a.m. You add 48 minutes. So 10:30 plus 48 minutes gives us a final answer of 11:18 a.m. Here is another question for you to attempt. Please pause the video and have a go. So similar to the last question, we'll have a read through this first. A carpenter has two pieces of wood. One is 18 centimeters long and the other one is 33 centimeters long. He wants to cut the pieces of wood and sell them, but all the pieces must be of equal length. What is the largest piece that he can cut them into? What you need to understand is that this is a highest common factor type of question. So we can find the factors of 18, which is 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6, and these are all the factors. For the second one, you have 33, which is 1 times 33, and 3 times 11, and there's no more. What you can see is that 3 is a factor of both, so we can cut these pieces of wood into 3 centimeters. This 18 centimeter will have 6 pieces, which are 3 centimeters long, and this 33 centimeter wood would be 11 pieces of 3 centimeters. Here is a summary page of what we have gone through today. So we have gone through highest common factor and we know what a factor is, and we have also gone through lowest common multiple and we know what a multiple is. I hope you have been able to benefit from what has been mentioned today, and hopefully I will see everyone is safe and sound for the next video, and as always, take care of yourselves.